Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a bunch of DC updates for you today, but let's start off with a little bit of Army of the Dead. Yeah, it's cool because that's the next Zack Snyder movie, and it's coming out in May. It looks fantastic. There was another Dead drop today, and this is a vault where you can actually go to and get some of these shots right here. This is one of them where it's like the concept of Las Vegas and how that looks like. So it looks absolutely amazing. I think there's actually a book that you can buy, like the making or the concept or the artwork of Army of the Dead. So I think you can check that out on Amazon. So if you want to take a peek at that. So definitely Netflix is getting out some good content for us lately. I don't know if you got to watch it. I just watched The Mitchells versus the Machines with my family tonight. That's amazing. That is a great movie, a sci-fi, a post-apocalyptic, heartwarming, emotional movie. Check it out. It's by I think the same people who made Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse made that, and it clearly shows. So absolutely amazing. But anyway, that's about Netflix, but this is more about Army of the Dead. So Army of the Dead, May is going to be insane. All right, next up is getting into DC now. All right, here we go. So this is, I just threw this out as a short, so hopefully it gets out there for people to get excited. That released a Schumacher cut, and so I'm going to play it for you again here.
Then Batman Forever, which people really like. And by the way, Batman Forever sort of still has a renaissance coming. I really am interested to see whether the original cut of Batman Forever comes out, because I got to see it recently, the first one, which was referred to as Preview Cut 1. And it was really dark. It was a pretty psychological exploration of guilt and shame.
So he called it Preview Cut 1. The original cut of the Schumacher. You got to see it recently. Now this gets me excited because I did see, I forgot what it was called, like the Red Book version or something on, someone sent it to me. And it is a better film because it gets into the psyche of Bruce Wayne. And I think that is something that is readily better explored than all the hijinks that were in the theatrical cut, and it really hones in on Bruce Wayne, and it brings out something different and special about that. Even comes into a little bit darker in terms of Two-Face and stuff, and I really enjoyed that one. So I'm really hoping to see the actual Schumacher cut, and not just the fans' interpretation of what should happen and things like that. Although they're really I think they're really on point, but I think there's a lot there that's missing. And Preview Cut 1, yeah, I mean, if Akiva Goldsman saw that, then definitely I would love to see that entire thing as well. So, by the way, I'm not sure where this comes from. It comes from, I don't know if it's an interview by, I can't read that at all, but someone, I don't know where released the Schumacher cut got it from, but it is current. It is something that just came out, something film. I can't see it, but definitely I look forward to seeing a Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. Yeah, count me in. Count me in. Speaking of Batman, this is already happening from Mikel Villarreal. Wayne Manor from the Flash movie set. They've got it, the Wayne Manor right there. Right, look at that. Look at the Wayne Manor there. For people who are excited, no, it's not Ben Affleck's Wayne Manor. No, Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne. This is Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne's Wayne Manor. Michael Keaton, the Batman '89 Manor. Look at that. Whoa, getting nostalgia feels here. Definitely, he's going back in time, going to this same manor that Michael Keaton's Batman is inside. What's interesting is probably, you know what? I'm imagining a scene where he's walking through, and there's this giant picture, a mural of the late Alfred, because by that time he's probably gone. And he's gone. But so it's gonna be amazing to see, and probably hear the Danny Elfman music. So when Danny Elfman was really awesome. But yeah, this is exciting for Flash fans, I guess. We're more for the Batman fans, but for the Flash movie, if they're wanting to take a look at, wanting to see. Michael Keaton returned as Batman for this one. So, interesting. Still not like totally in yet, but I'm like, you're tickling some stuff, but I still want to see a trailer or something. So let's see what happens at DC Fandom. Speaking of Danny Elfman, I didn't know this, but apparently he's not that happy with the Batman over how Batman used his score. What? Okay, so he openly talked about it. He said, I was terribly unhappy with the dub in Batman, Elfman said. They did it in the old school way where you do the score and turn it into the professionals who turns the knobs and dub in it. And dubbing had gotten really wonky in those years. We recorded multi-channel recording on 3 channels, right, center, left. And basically they took the center channel out of the music completely. Don't know what that means, but apparently he's not happy with it. It didn't have any care put into it. I've had many scores play in big action scenes that really propelled the scene. And in the end of the Batman dub, I realized I could have had the orchestra play anything. I could have scored the film with some percussion, a harmonica, and a banjo, because all you hear are some percussion hits in the big moments, but you can't really hear what the orchestra is doing. Oh, I see. So there's a part of the music that it's like gone. Like you can't hear it because of all the other things going on, I think. That was my first lesson in how so-called professionals can take a score and the soundtrack to a movie and just do their thing in a very non-committal way that is easiest for them. Plunk it off to the side and just get the dialogue. Wow. Okay, so he's not happy. The way they mixed his score. He's disappointed with the dub and how the music was transferred. Interesting. I did not know that, because to this day, it's still for the movie it was back in 1989. This was an iconic score. This was an iconic score. And that they did kind of a rendition of it for the Batman animated series as well. So for a long time, this was the Batman theme. I get it. I get why he says there's only one Batman theme and stuff like that, because it was pretty damn iconic. But, as we evolve, as there's more Batman, then the other Batmans need their own themes after a while, right? So, but I didn't know that he was not happy with how they used his score back then. It sounded pretty cool to me. I wonder what his version of Batman theme actually really sounds like. All right, well, let's get into the biggest headline today. Finn Wittrock, is that how you say it? Wittrock, to headline Green Lantern HBO Max series as Guy Gardner. Okay, so apparently he's from American Horror Story. I never saw all the seasons. I'm not sure which one he was. Has been tapped to star as Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, HBO Max's upcoming series. There's some show details here. A story spanning decades and galaxies, beginning on Earth in 1941 with the very first Green Lantern, secretly gay FBI agent Alan Scott, and 1984 with cocky alpha male Guy Gardner and half-alien Brie Jarda. They'll be joined by a multitude of other lanterns. And now there were other reports, and they're talking about even the Illuminati was talking about which lanterns would show up. At this point in time, it's interesting, because at this point in time, there is no Hal Jordan or John Stewart or Kyle Rayner. There's just Guy Gardner, Alan Scott, Brie Jarda, and there was one person that's missing from there. I forgot who it was, but there's like 4 lanterns that are prominently from Earth in this HBO Max series. So it is quite interesting. But Greg Berlanti, it is coming to HBO Max. It's got a bigger budget than his CW counterparts. In fact, it probably has a nicer budget in terms of, and cinematography, that could probably be more like CW's Superman and Lois right now, which honestly, Superman and Lois, the way it looks, the way it's shot, the way it's everything, is better, is 10 times better than any of the CW shows in terms of look, in terms of feel. It has a way better cinematic feel to it than any of the CW shows that are out now. I'm going to be quite honest with that. And so if Green Lantern could be like that, that would look cool. But the story almost reminds me of Doom Patrol. So I don't know if that would be, it's also Greg Berlanti as well. So we'll see what is up with that. But this gets into conversation, because it did kind of trend today in terms of Guy Gardner. But something else trended with Guy Gardner and Green Lantern, and it was Jon Stewart. After it was announced that this is coming in from Twitter trending. After it was announced that Finn Wittrock has been tapped to play DC Comics character Guy Gardner, one of Earth's Green Lanterns, in HBO Max upcoming series, fans say they would rather have the character John Stewart, another Green Lantern, be the main character. Now, there's two sides to this. There was absolutely one side, the Snyder fans, who were saying that, you know, release the Green Lantern scene, John Stewart, Wayne T. Carr is our John Stewart, and stuff like that. Absolutely, that was happening as well. But there was also another side. DC fans in general were like, why is it Guy Gardner? Like, why is it not John Stewart? We want John Stewart. He's our favorite Lantern. He's my favorite Lantern. You see him right there. But, like, and I would love to see John Stewart, right? And so my thoughts were like, well, you guys didn't use, or at least you're not using John Stewart, as at least from what I've been reading, in this Green Lantern series. So why didn't you let Zack Snyder use John Stewart? As we're referring to this article back, sometime back, when they didn't want him to use Green Lantern, he says, well, Zack Snyder said this, I honestly don't know why I got the pushback regarding Green Lantern. I think that they're just saying they didn't want me doing the John Stewart version of Green Lantern in this movie. I was like, well, I don't understand. They're like, well, we're doing it. I'm like, when? And, you know, it's the series, right? And not to mention the fact that this is, you can cast whoever you want. I cast my guy, Guy Gardner, that's kind of hilarious. You cast your guy, and we'll let the world decide who Green Lantern is. And so this kind of trended when people wanted John Stewart, like two separate fans, right? Snyder fans wanted Wayne T. Carr, John Stewart, and they wanted to release the Green Lantern scene. And another separate, you know, fans who are DC fans, Green Lantern fans, like, why did you get Guy Gardner? In fact, they even said, like, this dude here doesn't even look like Guy Gardner. And so that's a separate issue. He doesn't have reddish hair, but of course they could probably bleach that. In fact, some people say he looks like Kyle Rayner instead, you know. So it's like, so there's another separate group of that. So I can imagine that Warner Bros. Dropped this here, like, all right, we're gonna excite the fans, and they divided them. Oops. Don't get me wrong. I think there are a lot of people excited for Guy Gardner. And Finn Wittrock to headline as series as Guy Gardner, so there's definitely those as well. But it's not unified in that sense. There's no unison in that manner. And so I don't know. And to me, like, yeah, you didn't use John Stewart. I mean, also this is a multiverse, so what's the big deal? Why can't you use John Stewart? It's like, I think audiences are smart enough to understand. There's multiple Batmans, multiple Supermans. Why can't there be multiple Green Lanterns? I don't know. I mean, there's Tyler Hoechlin as Superman. We know that Tyler Hoechlin's not going to show up next to Gal Gadot. You know, I mean, we know that Grant Gustin and Ezra Miller exist as both Barry Allen. So it's like, I still don't understand. Why can't they just let Zack, if they're saying that Zack Snyder's Justice League is a cul-de-sac that leads a road leads to nowhere, then why don't you just let him do whatever he wants if you were gonna end it anyway? Don't make sense. It don't make sense, I tell you. But that's what happened today in terms of John Stewart, Guy Gardner. So that coming out, HBO Max upcoming series, Green Lantern. So your first live action look at Guy Gardner. Now a lot of people are saying that John Diggle will probably come back. I understand, but he hasn't yet. There's no official word on that yet. Whether he actually comes back and sees like John Diggle Stewart, John D. Stewart, or not, they're not talking about that. They're not saying anything about that at the moment. So that's not actually been confirmed yet. All right, well, let's get into Zack Snyder's Justice League. All right, so I talked about this earlier. I had a little video out because people were freaking out over the Warner Brothers Shop UK talking about Restore the Snyderverse. That's why I made that thumbnail face. I went, you sure about that? I would have loved if they did, but honestly, it's about this 4K Ultra HD limited edition Snyder Cut Funko exclusive to Warner Brothers Shop. So it's really awesome. It was really cool that they did that. They're excited about it. Warner Bros. UK seems very excited about that. They've tweeted out Zack Snyder's Justice League. And in fact, even Warner Brothers Tour Hollywood, said happy birthday to Gal Gadot. Watch her on Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. And I was like, wow, even Warner Brothers Tour Hollywood, the official accounts, recognizes Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's kind of cool. But anyway, so this is sold out. This is all sold out in 20 minutes, within 20 minutes. That's amazing. Makes me wonder if they didn't make enough. Like, come on now, make more. Make more for the UK brothers over there, but make more for America. And one of the biggest things people are asking, especially in America, is where's my copy? Where's my copy? Where's the United States copy? Well, for the ZSJL fans in the US, the 4K and Blu-ray release date is likely to be July 20th, 2021. This image was found in the Blu-ray forums, right? So the manufacturer's Warner Brothers, out of stock on backorder, will be dispatched once in stock. Now I didn't get what this Universal, I think, does that mean Ultra Universe? I don't know. But street date is July 20th of 2021. Pre-order date, we can pre-order as soon as June 8th of 2021 with a nice price of $50, $49.99. I'd order that. Once it comes out, I'd order that in a minute. So if anybody's who's wanting to know in the United States right now when you can pre-order that, according to this from the Blu-ray forums, if it's correct, June 8th, and then when you actually get it will be on July 20th of 2021. Oh, by the way, so yeah, so once again, the UK edition, it's sold out, but they may make more. So this will hit the streets on May 24th. May 24th of this year. May 24th. So next month, you guys will get that first. So lucky guy, lucky you UK people. Lucky, very, very lucky United Kingdom for getting that. Absolutely. So all right, well, that is it. Let's get into the members' comments and questions now. Let's see, here we go. Lego Dinosaur. So Netflix now has Sandman and Sweet Tooth, both DC properties. This gives me hope that they could pick up more DC characters, Justice League possibly. And that's something I thought about too. It's like maybe, just maybe, if Warner Brothers decided, like, yeah, we're not just restoring the Snyderverse, but maybe we can make a buck by letting Netflix make it. And if they were wanting to do that, I'd say that's pretty awesome. There definitely, I think there are ways to sell that off. Let's sell the IP off and have them do it. Like how they got Amazon got the rights and IP for Lord of the Rings, so they can make their series. So I'm wondering, maybe they could do that for Justice League if they don't want to do that. But they're probably afraid. They're like, nah, it might be better than ours. It'll be better now. If we can't make it, no one can make it, because they're big babies and children like that. Chris, there's zero proof those photos Heard is posting are actually current. Just saying. Well, the one on yesterday is not current. That's why it says Throwback Thursday, which is probably when she, she's in Aquaman 1. Warner Bros. Releasing that trailer for Justice League is like a restaurant taking food that they've already thrown away out of the trash and trying to serve it to the customers all right before their eyes. So, perfect description there. Sweet Tooth looks brilliant. Shot in New Zealand, by the way. Oh, that's why it looks absolutely beautiful. I heard New Zealand looks absolutely beautiful just by looking at movies like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Gee, Chris, do you think the truth is that Zack's Justice League is well liked? Ha ha ha, the drinking mug. Yeah, I think the truth is that Zack Snyder's Justice League is very well liked. I've just watched the last episode of Invincible, and it was fucking amazing. I didn't get to watch it yet. I'm still watching. I'm like on episode 4. My biggest wish with Restore the Snyderverse is that Amazon goes full in and make movies out with Zack Snyder directing. He could take Cavill or Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Omni-Man. Oh, this would look crazy. Watch Boss Logic art about Henry as Omni-Man. Oh my OMFG. Zack is the perfect choice for this. Last Fight reminded me of Man of Steel, and it's so bloody that I'm sure Zack would love to direct. After this being a huge success, it would send the biggest F to fuck to those Warner Bros. Execs to continually screw things up. Showing them again that they are missing. If Zack Snyder's Justice League was not enough, Zack is invincible. P.S. Let's start a petition for Zack as Invincible movie director. And he'll probably do it differently as well. But Omni-Man is awesome, man. Omni-Man is brutal and awesome. From the 4 episodes I've watched, I've heard about the last one, and I'm looking forward to seeing my reaction for that. Gotta say, in this poster, Zombie King Zeus looks like a little bit more like one of Saruman's Urukai in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he does. Yeah, you're right. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. So the Masters Universe film project does not have the power at the moment. Good one, Eric. Good one. Oh, I'm all about this. You're all about the release of Schumacher cut. Yes. Wow, this is something I've wanted to see for a long time. Release the Schumacher cut. Yes. Sandy Reed, where is this video from? Release the Schumacher cut. I don't know. You may. I don't know. I got it from Release the Schumacher, RT Schumacher cut. So I'm not really sure where it's from. I think they mean the movie will be released on May 24th, like he's saying. Restore the Snyderverse. Perhaps he meant it like a joke. Yeah. So I explained all that in the video. I love how they use a Zod neck break scene to show his agony over losing his mustache. Seriously, though, he straight looks like a Viltrumite from Invincible. They have glorious, all have glorious mustaches. Yeah, I know. That's why someone said Henry Cavill would be perfect as in like Omni-Man. Had Schumacher been allowed to have the film come out edited his way the first time, one can only imagine what Batman and Robin would have been like. I think it would have been different. I think it definitely would have been the Batman Robin that it was supposed to be without, you know, just making all toys and stuff. And then maybe would have got the sequel as well. But then again, if that all happened, maybe we wouldn't never have had Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins. So maybe things happen for a reason in certain cases. I don't know. The key to this tweet will be whether or not they delete it. If they do, it was probably a mistake. Maybe it was done as a tease, but not likely. If they don't, well, the speculation commences until the 24th. Yeah, I still think it's a Blu-ray. But also, I don't think they actually understand what Restore the Snyderverse means. Maybe. But we'll see. Maybe it's in just a restocking of their supplies. I can see the confusion for those of us insane with the Snyderverse. It really is so cool. Yeah, it really is, you know. And, you know, May 24th is like a month away, so hey, anything can happen. Chris, you gotta let us know for sure if they restored the Snyder Cut. I was getting excited when I read your headline, but when you say it wasn't from Warner Brothers, I was kind of down for a bit. But hope it is for a sure thing and not just something to hype us all. So anyways, restore the Snyderverse. Yeah, that's why I put out my face like that. Hey, sure. I clipped that from I actually did. If you saw the video, I was like, oh, that's a perfect face. That's a perfect thumbnail for this video. Oh, don't you just love kids? That's hilarious. Yeah, well, at least they're doing their job, you know? At least they're doing their job. All right, well, that is it for this week. Wow, what an amazing week. Lots of stuff that happened. Can't wait to see what happens in these coming days and weeks as we get closer and closer to DC fandom. But then again, there's also that, I forgot, there's Warner Media up front, so maybe there's some exciting things will happen for then next month, and I think it was May 19th. So yeah, all right, well, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.